For over 60 years, the ARC Alliance has been in your community, providing support and services for families and individuals with special needs. From birth through life, the ARC Alliance team of experts and specialists are here to find solutions to your needs.
For years, we felt alone as we take care of our son. The ARC Alliance support team brings compassion and understanding to our family and provides hands-on solutions.
The ARC Alliance, we're here to help you today. For more information, call 610-265-4700 or visit thearcalliance.org.
Hi, my name is Emma Hardacre. I am a recent 2022 graduate of Waynesburg University, and here at the ARC Alliance, I am the Events and Development Coordinator. Part of my role here is to not only just plan the events that you see us with fundraising, like our golf outing, our awards dinner that we have, or even our summer fair that we're going to have, but I also help build relationships and grow our network as well.
What led me to join the ARC Alliance was initially just needing a job. Right out of college, I didn't have a job, and so I was looking. But before that, I always was someone who loved to give back, and I always served with nonprofit organizations. All through college, I served with different community nonprofit organizations, and so that was a big part of why I chose the ARC, was just because they're a nonprofit. But also, I always had a soft spot in my heart to help people and to help those who have a disability. Even as young as an elementary kid or through middle school, I always was one that gravitated more towards hanging out with them or befriending them. And so it was just kind of a really good merge with that, as well as what I studied in school and college was event planning, and coincidentally came across the ARC, and it merged those two really well. The best way to describe the ARC Alliance and the culture that we have here is family. I know that most people don't say that their work is their family, but like I said, I came from a small town in Ohio and knew nobody here when I came, and all of the staff that I work with, whether they're up on my floor or they're in a different program like our SCs, just made me feel welcome and made me feel like I was been here for years and I was a part of this family that's the ARC Alliance. So just graduating recently in May, I don't have a ton of knowledge from this career field yet, but something that I would tell someone looking to join not only just nonprofit career work, but also event planning and nonprofit career work is go for it. Don't feel like you have to have this grand knowledge to be able to do it. You learn as you go, and when you find the right fit, the right job, the right company, they're going to know that there's going to be growth with you, and they're going to be willing to put in that time and that effort to make and mold you to fit their company and their organization. One way that I've grown so far, just from joining in May to now, is just being more confident. I am very young, and I work with a lot of people who are wiser and more firm in their job career field, and someone as young as myself having to come in and share knowledge is very hard, and so I'm just more secure in my knowledge, and I can stand up and say, yes, I am 100% in this, and I am going to back myself up. Well, somebody that I enjoy working with, I totally would be lying if I didn't say my boss, Nikki. We share desks, office space, really, not a desk. She's just on the other side of these plants. But I do enjoy working with Nikki. She's wonderful. She's so great. But just everyone here at the ARC Alliance, like I said, it feels like a family. They're very welcoming, very opening, and they just take you in, and they just are very nice. And so yeah, I would say not only just my boss, Nikki, but everyone here.
Hi, I'm Diana, and I've been working here at the ARC Alliance for over 15 years. My position with the ARC Alliance is Office Operations Manager. What brought me here to the ARC Alliance? I have a special needs son who received early intervention services 30 years ago through the ARC Alliance Children's Services. When a former co-worker of mine let me know that there was a position open at the ARC Alliance, I interviewed and got the position. And it kind of felt like I was coming back home. I was very comfortable, felt like I was giving back for the wonderful services that I received with my son. And when I got back here, I actually found out that my son's first speech therapist was actually working here at the ARC Alliance. And we've actually maintained a very friendly relationship over the past 30 years. And you find that in this community setting here, you make bonds, you make friends, you have connections. I've grown a lot since I've started 15 years ago. When I started here, I was in data entry, then moved to be an administrative assistant, and then became the office operations manager. That all worked with my family dynamic as my family needs changed, and also works with my work dynamic here. One of my favorite things about working here at the ARC Alliance is that we are a team. We work in a teamwork environment, and we are very family friendly. And the staff that work here genuinely care about each other and the clients and families that we serve. We currently have an open position available for a receptionist. In our environment here at the office, the receptionist position is very vital. The receptionist is often the first point of contact for any individual or family contacting us about our services. Our receptionist answers our switchboard, handles all of our incoming and outgoing mail, greets visitors, works with our vendors, and also does filing. The most rewarding part of working here at the ARC Alliance is the feeling that you are helping your community. Every position in the agency plays a very important role in supporting our individuals and our families. I know that from personal experience. The ARC Alliance also supports all the staff with training to ensure that they can meet their goals and encourage growth. I thoroughly enjoy working with all of my coworkers. Everyone's easy to get along, we care about each other. Like I said, we have a team environment, and we'd love to have you join us.
So I've actually been doing supports coordination for over 15 years now. I was at a prior supports coordination agency for about 10 years before I had heard about the ARC Alliance and all the great things that they have done for the community. And I thought it was a great opportunity to bring my skills over to the ARC and provide supports coordination here at the ARC Alliance, where I've been for about 6 years now. The best part of working for the ARC is definitely the individuals and the staff that we work with. The individuals that we serve and their families are absolutely amazing and very rewarding. The staff that work with us are absolutely amazing. They're one of the most passionate group of individuals, the most hardworking individuals that I've ever worked with. So I would say the best part of working at the ARC is definitely the individuals and families that you come across. So the ARC Alliance is a very, very friendly place to work. We have an open door policy, so anybody that has any questions or needs support, they can kind of just walk around, and whoever's available will jump in and help. Through COVID, we've really have relied on teamwork, and our staff jump in and help each other out to support each other. If it's a new hire or a seasoned staff, we always try to jump in and do what's best for the individuals we serve and for our staff as well. So I would say, and if you wanted to join this career field, you have to be passionate. We're working with individuals that have not always had the opportunity to speak for themselves or to advocate for themselves, and they've not always had people in their lives that have been able to help them with that. So to be able to be a strong advocate and be a role model and a leader for the individuals that we support, but also having the passion and drive in order to support those individuals and encourage them to be as independent as possible. So I actually, over 15 years ago, started as a supports coordinator myself and have moved my way up from a supervisor, unit manager, director to my current position is the executive director of the ARC Alliance Advocacy Services. So it's given me a lot of opportunity for growth in this field and within the supports coordination system itself. I enjoy working with everyone, to be quite honest. Our staff are absolutely amazing. They're caring and generous and hardworking, but they're also fun to be around. And, you know, even though this job can be very serious and we're dealing with people's lives, it's nice that we can bring humor into the workplace and try to, you know, lighten up each other's days. So I would say all of our staff, to be quite honest. We're currently hiring for supports coordinator positions. So a supports coordinator is very similar to like a case manager. In order to receive supports coordination services, you have to have either an intellectual disability or autism diagnosis. From there, individuals are assigned a supports coordinator where we not only monitor their health and safety, but we're also locating resources in the community, or it could be through the Medicaid waivers that we work with. And our job is not only to locate them, but also to coordinate and make sure that the team's working on the goals that were established, that there's staffing that is needed, and that they have the resources and supports to meet the independence and goals that they set. I would say definitely a go-getter, someone that has no problem speaking up, not only to advocate for yourself, but to advocate for the individuals that we support. Someone that is organized and driven. You know, unfortunately with social work positions, there does come paperwork. So making sure that you're organized and detailed, but also, you know, a people person, someone that's passionate and can relate to others, and someone that's a good listener.
What led me to join the ARC Alliance is that basically I just know the name the ARC, and I know that it's a strong advocate nationally for people with intellectual developmental disabilities. So that's what really led me to click the button to apply at the ARC Alliance. I'd say I grow in this position as a listener. Mostly what I do every day is I go out and I hear and I just listen to people, and out of that comes what they need, but they usually solve their own problems while I listen to them. So. The most rewarding part about being in this field is I get to help families and people with intellectual disabilities in difficult situations get access to services and supports. At the end of the day, it's to meet their health and safety, but it also helps them meet their dreams. So that's what's the most rewarding part. Actually, it's a hard question to answer who I enjoy working with at the ARC Alliance, because I find the people here are the most supportive people I've ever worked with, and we all have the same goal. And if you're having a problem, you can go talk to anyone. We keep our office doors open here, so you can really talk to anyone. And so I just enjoy the people we work with. For example, this Friday we're going to a happy hour on Friday, so it's just a really nice environment. I would tell them, basically, if you're looking to join this career field and you want to help people, this is a great way to do it. I personally choose this career as you get to help people who can't speak for themselves. You know what I mean? So, and the best part of my day is you get to go see them and check on them while they're at their day programs and they're doing an art class. You get to see their art. But the people that I work with and for, they light up my day. I love seeing them. It's a really fun part of the job. A good personality for this position would be just somebody who cares. I'm somebody who likes to listen, because again, all you really do in this job is listen to people and you figure out what can meet their needs. So like anyone that just really has a heart to help people, and that would be the best trait to have to want to do this job. So the government paperwork alone is is difficult. So if you can just help a family in a really stressed out situation, just complete that paperwork and take care of that for them, that just makes the job worth it. Like just helping them in ways that you can. You know? The way I find resources is that, like, it's been a career. You know what I mean? I've been doing this for about 12 years. So, you know, it's part of the reason I like doing what we do is it's not easy to always find things. So in your whole career experience, like you kind of know where to look, who to ask, and it's just, you know, in one training I took, they said ask your hairdresser if you have a question in the community, because they're gonna know. You know what I mean? So it's a whole combination of things you can use to find resources. It's not always a paid resource. Sometimes it's right next door. Someone I've helped that has made my life and career worth it is I basically had a family who had a loved one in a group home, and they just weren't very happy. The person wasn't happy living there, and the family just was not satisfied. And it was actually, they were there for like 7 years. So I came in, and I just listened to them, and I asked them, do you know you can go check out some other places? And they were never told that. So it was as simple as, hey, let's go check out some other places. And that person is as happy as can be now when they moved and found what they wanted. So it's pretty cool just to let people know what's out there and what their rights are. So.
I've been with the ARC Alliance now for 17 years. I first came to the ARC Alliance when I was providing residential services in Montgomery County, and I needed to be in court for an individual I supported, and the judge recommended the ARC Alliance as guardian for the individual that I serve. The ARC Alliance Guardianship Services is one of the organizations within the ARC Alliance family. And we provide guardianship services and representative payee services. One of the positions that we have open right now is the Executive Director of the ARC Alliance Guardianship Services. So they would oversee all of our guardianship and representative payee services. As the Executive Director of the ARC Alliance Guardianship Services, you would support your team of guardians and the rep payee, providing them support, supervision, training, and working with them to provide all of the services that we do. The person that would fill this role best would have compassion, but also preferably experience with guardianship services, definitely with experience providing services in older settings, adult settings, to elders. Knowing elder law would be beneficial. Knowing Social Security programs and services is definitely important. Knowing waiver services would be extremely helpful. This position would spend most of their time in the office, but would attend hearings for individuals that we are appointed for guardianship, but also review hearings when the judge wants to review the case or our services, and also petitions if we are requesting the courts to approve our being able to take action for certain individuals on services. We also go to hearings when we are asking a judge to approve a petition or an action that we are asking to take on behalf of an individual. Other times outside of the office, you do occasionally get to go and meet with the individuals that we provide services to. We become the guardian for individual. We can do limited or plenary, meaning fully guardian, of the individual person and or guardian of the estate. Guardian of the person, we make decisions involving their housing, their day-to-day living, medical decisions. guardian of the estate, we make decisions for them involving their assets and their finances. If they have a home, we help them, if they are living in their home, put supports in place for them to live in their home and meet their needs. If they are moving into a more secure setting, skilled nursing facility, assisted living facility, we may need to sell the property for them. We work with them to make the best decisions to meet their needs. We first do supported decision making, which we support them as an individual to make the decisions that they need and want for their own lives. Every individual should be able to make their own decisions, and that includes sometimes making bad decisions. We don't always have to agree that it is the best decision. And then the next level of decision making is substitute decision making, whereas we would make the decision that we believe they would make given the opportunity to make for themselves. It can be a rewarding job knowing that you are helping them meet their needs, but also knowing that you are helping them to be able to stay in the community that they want to be a part of, and to continue to live, work, and play in their community and be active participants in their community. Another position that we have open at this point is our representative payee position. And this is a position that we receive the income, whether it's their Social Security, retirement benefits, and then we make sure that their bills are paid and that they have a budget for spending money. This position, again, is a position that is in the office full-time. We work Monday to Friday, 37.5 hours a week. The person that would be ideal for this position not only has some bookkeeping experience and knowledge, but also is compassionate and can work with individuals. We support these individuals through various programs, and a lot of them, they are able to make their own decisions, but they need help with budgeting, and that is what we do. And that can be difficult sometimes for individuals to have someone else budgeting their funds. I would say the most rewarding thing about this job is knowing that we are supporting individuals to be active, participating members of their community. We are helping individuals to have the best life they can in the community that they live, work, and play in.